Here's some thoughts from a sauna. As somebody who had been through over 10 years of severe chronic illness with severe heat intolerance and is now sitting in a sauna that is over 100 degrees, I just want to explain a little bit about what I was going through and how I ended up healing myself out of this. At one point, if it was above 80 degrees, I was starting to swell. I was starting to feel like I was going to pass out. I was having major reactions to heat, along with other things like light sensitivity, sound sensitivity, VOC, multiple chemical sensitivity, so many different things. In this video, I specifically want to talk about the brain retraining aspect of this and how I was able to change the way that my body was responding to these things like incredible heat, when at one point I absolutely couldn't do that. I was legally disabled on disability. I started the brain retraining process in 2017. At first, just watching the recovery videos and seeing like, oh my gosh, somebody healed from this, somebody healed from that, somebody healed from light sensitivity, somebody healed from their food allergies, all these different things that I was experiencing. I realized that people with brain retraining were healing from them. So whereas I didn't see one singular person who had healed from all of these things, I definitely saw that people were healing from these things, and that gave me hope to realize that I could as well. So I just continued watching recovery videos nonstop, seriously, like kept telling myself, wait a minute, no, this is possible, even though I've heard for years that like I'll never recover from this, or it'll only get a little better. Like, let's use the light sensitivity for an example here. I would wear initially like sunglasses and a hat and stand under a bright light, because for a while that was too much to even do. Like, my brain was just like, no, this is dangerous, I can't do this. And that's when I also realized it was limbic system impairment, because even with dark sunglasses and a hat covering, even though there was still brightness. Ooh, the phone is getting hot. I think I might have to continue this later. And I would tell myself, no, my body is cool. My body is not physically responding, is not physically in danger. The light is not physically burning me. It's not causing any problems. And I have been in this bright light for most of the years of my life, and I've had no problems with this. Like, I knew what it was like to not experience that. And I was just the fact of knowing that my body could take in this light that felt like it was burning me, that felt like it was so bright, that was hurting my eyes, it was hurting my head, and the burning feeling sensation, I should say, came on like in the end of it, towards like the more severe parts of this, when it was getting really, really intense. That wasn't something that I initially experienced. However, the mind does crazy things. I mean, light and fire, right? It starts to create weird things, and I'm sure if you're experiencing some form of chronic illness that you've experienced some strange correlations. Our body's pretty intelligent, so it tries to do things like correlate light with heat, which, yes, if you're sitting next to a light bulb or touch a hot light bulb, you'll burn yourself, but it's not burning your body being next to a bright light. So, yeah, and then I just basically slowly brought myself like into a really, really bright bathroom that was in the house, and I just kept like exposing myself to little bits of it. I kept doing my breath work with it. Breathing through it was so important as I was allowing my body to get used to this exposure to the light. So in my training zone initially, I was exposing myself with sunglasses and a hat on, and then I was exposing myself just in short little clearly not in the sauna anymore. But what we were last talking about was exposing myself to light, and first exposing myself to light with dark sunglasses on, then a hat on, then taking that off and exposing myself to the light just in little bits, just even for a few seconds, and telling myself my body is cool, my body is safe. This is not burning me, this isn't creating heat. Really, affirming what was in actuality happening, knowing that my body had been able to do this at one point in time, that I didn't always have this light sensitivity. For the majority of my life, my body was able to take in light. So I was just affirming, like, your body is safe, your body knows how to do this, your body knows how to process this light. And that over time, just little bits of that, I was just exposing myself, continuing this practice, continuing my other practices, continuing my breath work. Breathwork was such a huge part of all of this. As I was standing in the light, I'm telling myself, stop, stop, stop. This is safe. My body is safe. My body is cool. And I would do the breath work. So for me, I did a few different types of breath work, but I would do Wim Hof breath work in order to alkalize my body, in order to reset the body, so that when it was having these experiences to things, it had to focus on the amount of it was respiratory alkalosis that the body's going into, or hyperventilation, and an intentional hyperventilation, a controlled hyperventilation, one where I'm sitting or lying down. And I would do this while under the light, and or while eating, about to eat like foods, or even initially just sitting in front of the food and doing the breath work and telling myself it was safe to do this. Futurizations, just, just in my future stories of my life, just telling myself that, I'm in a bright lit room like this. These bright GAN lights up here. There's a that I would have been able to be in that. Even this light back here, I have a scarf over it, but it's obviously still bright. I now choose at night. The only reason I have these on now, it's dark outside, is because I'm filming. I would maybe have this one on, but I would have Himalayan lamps. I like surround myself with Himalayan lamps, and I will turn these lights off after, but it's not hurting me. I'm not experiencing pain from them. Yes, sometimes if I'm tired or if I'm driving at night, like the bright lights will upset my eyes. I think a lot of people go through that. I don't experience these severe, crippling, disabling experiences that I had before, with severe pain and lots of other things going on. PTSD like responses. I'd start sweating to stuff like that. Those were huge things that I did for getting myself, kind of my routine for getting myself out of that was do my stop rounds as things are coming up, telling myself I'm safe, the breath work, breathing, that alkalosis breathing to reprogram myself to basically reboot my body, and doing my futurizations. And then I would write them and then I would listen to them. So when I'd get like a good one and I was like, ooh, yeah, this is put together in a good story, I'm going to record myself reading this. And then I would listen to that for like a month at least. Sometimes I'd listen to some of these for longer than that. So that's such an easy practice, because you don't have to like construct your futurizations every time. Plus you're listening to the same ones, so your brain, your nervous system, your cells are getting used to what is coming, and your internal images that you create with it and the feelings within the body become more dialed in. So it's easier for your body to understand what it is that you are futurizing for yourself. So I hope these tips help. I mean, I am now in a brightly lit room, perfectly fine. I was just in I think the sauna was about 200 degrees for 20 minutes and feeling great. Went into a cold plunge afterwards and feeling good. So yeah, those are some of my experiences. If you're looking for coaching, some support in your brain retraining, please reach out to me. The links are down below in the description. You can find me at KimberlyHarder.com or on Kimber's New Frequency on Instagram. I look forward to hearing from you if you're interested in some coaching support for brain retraining or getting yourself out of a chronic illness experience. Please give this video a like, because it really helps with the algorithms and get this video out to other people who could use this. And comment down below if there's anything you'd like to say. I'd love to hear from you if you are doing brain retraining for light sensitivity or heat sensitivity. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.